Let's get the read on all of this from Capri Cafaro, the former Ohio State Senator, Stacy Washington, syndicated radio show host. Stacy, I'm confused here, and I'm not so much convinced that the sell-off, the 437 points, owes to Italy and confusion there as much as China and getting tough here. And maybe for all the right reasons to sort of extract concessions from them. I mean, those could be off-putting. But what do you make of it?
Well, I'm glad he's doing this. So we have everyone second-guessing President Trump, but on all of these things over time, he's been proven right. So I know there's it's uncertain. And when you say you're going to have this meeting with, a world leader, and then you say, okay, we're not having the meeting, and they're going back and forth, we can't expect these kinds of negotiations between them, a leader like a dictator like Kim Jong-un and our president, to go the same way they would if we were, say, talking to French leaders or, leaders in Great Britain. It's a whole different scenario. So that means there's market volatility. But I'm trusting the process, and I'm looking for President Trump to deliver on what he's promised.
All right. Well, hope springs eternal, I guess, on that front. But, looking at the cast of characters, Capri, that he has to deal with, we can't choose our leaders or those with whom we're negotiating, so I understand that. It's not the president's fault. But these are pretty nefarious characters. And this latest fellow, the vice chair who's coming over from North Korea, has killed a lot of people in his own right and been behind a lot of bloodshed in his own right. So he's a nasty character. The guy who leads the country is a fairly nasty character, but then is what we got,
Look, I mean, that's why these folks can't be trusted, and we have to be very careful in our diplomatic, machinations with anyone in North Korea or frankly, any dictatorial regime. And that's why, we haven't seen a lot of diplomatic talks, in this kind of direct one-to-one principle manner in the past. So, I mean, this is really uncharted territory, at least in the last 20-plus years, for the leader of the United States and leader of North Korea to have a potential dialogue. But I think that, Neil, to your point in regards to market volatility, uncertainty at the end of the day may actually have a benefit, whether it is back and forth in regards to, North Korea and the United States having a summit, or the back and forth having to do with China and sanctions. But in the interim, it is going to take a toll on the markets, and we're obviously seeing that. I, for one, happen to be, I subscribe to the conspiracy theory that the June 15th date for the sanctions with China is directly linked to the North Korea issues, trying to have, I think that that's an overlying issue, trying to get China to get to the table to be of greater assistance. As we deal with North Korea, they have to be an integral part of anything that, happens there on the peninsula.
You agree with that, Stacy? He's prying China to get some ground and traction with North Korea?
Well, I mean, in a limited amount of time, the way I see it is the announcements from the White House this morning about the tariffs there's twofold. Obviously, he can use that as a pressure point with the North Korean dictator, and getting China involved in that negotiation helps the United States. It smooths the process. But there's also the issue of the intellectual property theft and the unfair business practices that China uses with us. We need to stop that. And the letter from the president this morning outlines exactly how he plans to do that. And I'm happy to see him take that stand on behalf of businesses and creatives here in the United States.
All right. Guys, thank you both very, very much. We shall see.